Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm here with a movie review. I saw Jungle Book just last night, and I have to say that this movie right here, it's setting a new standard for visuals. The trailer to me, I mean, right away, all you have to say is Jungle Book. All you have to say is major Disney franchise, and I'm gonna want to go see it. Pretty much anything Disney, I'm into seeing for the most part. And all I could say is if Disney is directly producing a movie, you kind of know that you're going to get something good, you're going to get something memorable, and you're going to get something probably top notch. And that's what this movie is. If anything else, say you just don't really care for the story, you don't care for the characters, you have to just admit that this movie is just drop dead fucking gorgeous. I mean, there's scenes where the main character Mowgli, one scene where, he's being raised by wolves. He puts his head right up to the mother wolf, and it's like he's really touching it. And I'm like, see, you guys don't understand. This is why I talk so much against CGI and poor quality CGI and Michael Bay level CGI. And that is because, well, I have standards. I know how good they can do CGI. Now, it was mostly animatronics, but there was some CGI in 1993's Jurassic Park that looked far better than a lot of CGIs we saw after the 2000s, way past the 2000s. So I am not going to sit here and praise subpar CGI because I've said this time and time again about hyperbole. You say that this is great, this is fantastic. So when something comes along that is truly amazing and truly breathtaking and just truly beautiful, you're not going to be able to set those standards apart. Because if you make everything seemingly to be a set standard in visuals and filmmaking, no one's going to know what the truly great things are. And speaking of being truly great, this movie is one of them. I mean, this is probably one of the most beautiful looking movies I've ever seen. I mean, these animals, they look like they're nearly there. I mean, you could kind of tell looking at it, we're not ignorant, we're not dumb, we're not dense. We could kind of see that they're not real. But it kind of blurs the line when human characters, human actors are interacting with these digital computer generated images, basically. They're not there. But when they seem like they are, and you have to question, like, how the fuck did they do that? There you go. I have no complaints towards that brand of CGI. When I am actually sitting there wondering how they did this, then you know that you've really struck gold. And they did strike gold. I mean, they really have with this one. Very faithful to the book. I've never read the book, but, I know the general plot of it and the cartoon itself. Now, you could definitely make the argument that that the musical renditions are not as great as the animated film, and I would definitely agree with that. But even still, and we have to talk about the voices. Um, Scarlett Johansson for 5 minutes is even in this movie just playing the snake, and she does a fucking great job. Baloo is voiced by Bill Murray. The giant ape is Christopher Walken, which is, I mean, I have to say that he's probably a show stealer. Singing that song is just it's classic. I mean, it's classic. Christopher Walken is a big giant ape, and Bill Murray as Baloo is just it's classic. I mean, these are top notch. The Panther is voiced by Ben Kingsley. I mean, you got an all-star voiceover cast here. This is just, if you were going to make a movie live action or partially live action, however you want to consider this to be, this was the way to go with it. They really just hit on this one with all cylinders. I mean, really, a lot of care was taken into this movie. It was cast very well. Very faithful to the source material and the visuals. I mean, this is the thing. If anything else, like I said, if you don't care for the Jungle Book, if you didn't like the book, you didn't like the animated movie, you just gotta watch this movie for the visuals, because like my mouth was open for a lot of this movie, because I just could not believe how smooth and crisp and realistic these visuals are. I mean, I want to know how much they fucking spent on this movie. I'm sure the figure is out there. I haven't checked it out, but I'm just pondering that right now while making this video. I mean, seriously, this is like CGI that I've never seen before at this level. This makes Avatar look like a fucking joke. Now, Avatar, the CGI looked good, but I remember I had said I wasn't blown away. I was not blown away with that movie at all. James Cameron took many years to make it, apparently, and the movie for me was not that great. And I have to just say that this movie right here, I don't know how long that they were planning to make a movie like this, if even from the beginning of production they even could have guessed that the movie would have looked this good. And I have to say, I'm so pleased. I cannot be more pleased with this. I mean, I love visual movies. They're not all I'm about, but you know, when I see great visuals, I really appreciate them. That's why I'm so much of a strong proponent when it comes to practical effects. You know, because a lot of times CGI just doesn't do it for me. In this case, I mean, you're connecting with characters. You're connecting with the wolf pack and Mowgli and Baloo and all these different characters. And, you know, you're just struck in awe at the size of the gigantic fucking Christopher Walken ape. And the way how he's chasing Mowgli around the temple, I mean, man, this movie is just, it's amazing to look at. I mean, the thing is, it's also a great story, but you're just, half the time with me, I'm just looking at this movie and I just can't believe that they pulled this off so well. You know, I'm just so used to like looking at CGI and be like, oh, that's not the real actor. Oh, that part's fake. That's not a real explosion. Here I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's real or not. The movie just looks so goddamn good. I mean, man, it's like you want to fucking take every scene and hang it up at a museum. It's that much of a work of art. Definite recommendation for this film. I can't believe it. I need to see this movie again. I need to see it multiple times just to truly appreciate what a fucking visual splendor it is.